evening, fellow traders. Welcome to another episode of the Wolf Den Trader Takeaways. It's Friday, July 12th. We're excited to have you with us for this epic journey, and hopefully everyone had a great week, stayed safe, made a little bit of money, and improved as traders. Now, with that said, we had a couple runners today, MDGS, SGBX, and we had some more that we'll go through as well. So let's just go ahead and hop right into executions. Rebecca, thank you so much. Now, here we have MDGS. Now, MDGS had some news out in the morning, but once again, we found this trade in the filing. So if I can just real quick take you over to the Wolf Den Discord trading room. Here we are at 8:29 a.m. this morning. The Wolf Pack was up and active, and we are entering into the 949 to 349 higher time frame volume consolidation. This is a channel that we recognize in the room, and right here we would like to see sellers defend this level at 350. Now, we found the warrants. We had some Series C warrants at 350, 3.2 million shares. We also found some filings on SGBX, and we had other guys in the room. Just Wolfpack mentality on these filings. I'm just proud of the room. I'm proud of the growth. I mean, what a guy can do, what a 40-hour-a-week guy can do in a year, a 100-hour-a-week guy can do in under 5 months. And I know these guys with this type of work ethic are out there because I'm trading alongside them. Now, here we go, MDGS. We have identified warrants at 350. Let's take a look at executions. Here we are jumping in to the trade at the first sign of weakness. Now, I still haven't identified dilution on the tape, right? That's what we do in the Wolf Trading Discord room. We're dirty tape specialists. We find dilution. We identify dilution. We attack dilution. And this is one of our bread and butter plays, and we'll just roll through it again today. Now, we're sizing into a pre-market position. We're building a position. Here we go after the first attempt. I'm gaining size into strength, 343 average. Now we can get a nice flush. I like the retracement percentage from 370 down to 340. That 30 cents is about 8%. Now, this is an 8% retracement. I'm going to take a little bit off right here, a little bit more than normally, because we did also find like 800,000 warrants at like low fours. So I'm not exactly sure yet what's going on. This is the first hint of dilution, right? We had some market maker manipulation. Again, watching these prints. I don't know if we're just getting better at reading them or if these guys are just getting sloppy, but they're showing their hands when they're doing this. And I'm not afraid to say that because we watch it every day. And, man, we're just getting better and better every single day. Now, here we go. We're taking a little bit more profit off than normal because we want to see strength. I'm not afraid. When I see strength on a play that I have a strong short thesis on, it excites me because there's more range. More range equals more money. More money equals whatever you want it to equal, right? So here we are, 350. Remember, we said at 8:29 in the morning, we want to see sellers defend 350. Now, here we go. Push into 350. Now, right into the bell. This is decision point time. Now, I have a 343 average. 343.4. Every 10th counts, man. Every 100th of a point counts. So we count them too. Now, here we go into the bell. I'm watching real closely on this one. Now, I'm only in 2 plays at the bell. My main focus is on this because I have about 30 seconds to a minute to decide if I'm going to trim out or if I'm going to take a good majority of the position off here at micro support, and we're going to go ahead and yeehaw up to the 420 warrants. So this is split second decision. This is what we train for. We're guns hot. And this is what we live for, right? This is it. So I take a little bit of the position off. Let's see. Executions are right here, guys. Here I am building into 2 positions, taking some profit right here. I don't know, like looks about 400 or 500 shares off at 331, quarter of the position or so, and then we get a nice little flush. Now, every single time that we see this type of move, I'm always looking to add back into strength. Look how weak this is right here. So we flushed down to 311. we don't even come back up to VWAP. We don't ever touch VWAP. This thing is just weak. We have identified dilution hitting the tape at this point. We talked about it in the room. We're even snapshotting the tape and putting it in the room, and guys are picking up on it. It's amazing. It's just a great atmosphere, and we're excited. Everyone's growing. It's a level up day for Wolf Trading today, and I don't just say that like the substitute teacher handing out stickers at school. Like, these guys are taking control of their lives, and legends are being developed and formed in this room. Now we're taking more profit here at 286, and I'm looking for low targets, right? I'm taking profit as the day goes on, and I'm saving. I think I had two targets in the 230s, 211s. I'm watching the tape, and I'm waiting for dilution to stop. Now, when I have identified that dilution has stopped and that buyers are coming in, the stock is no longer doing what I want it to do, I'm going to trim the position. So this is the first trim I take into strength after I believe that there's possibility that we're going to continue higher. So I pull 200 off at 261. Now we're potentially forming a higher low. I take another 200 off at 264, and now I save a little bit left. I put a trailing stop up at like 290, and I want to get 230s. It doesn't happen. I'm fighting for price here at the bell, and I get out at 264. Last piece. Good trade, winner. This just gives us more conviction that what we're seeing on the tape is nonfiction, right? It's the truth. We believe the tape. MDGS, a winner. So let's go to SGBX. Now, SGBX, guys in the room, we're finding the warrants in the Form D. Guys are pulling warrants on the 10K. I mean, all within 5 minutes, everyone comes up with the mentality that there's potential for dilution. We don't know if these shares have already been offed, but we're going to attack. Here we are, sizing in, 8:26 a.m. off of potential backside move. We have pre-market highs at 187, and we're going to take this thing down. Now, I remember watching this, and I had these targets all set out in front of the tape, and this thing was just sitting at VWAP. And pre-market, I like to pad the wallet. Pre-market, I'm going to take profit a little bit early in case we get that push. I always want, like I said, I want to see more strength. I want more range. Range equals cheddar. We want that cheddar, and we want it in our wallet before the bell rings. So here we are, just taking profit. I still had a little bit of the position left. It looks like I went like quarter, maybe eighth, because I usually will hold for that low target. Now here, I have a nice little padding in my wallet. This is enough profit for a day. Like, this is a full trade right here in my book. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling aggressive. And I put out a scaling strategy. Now I'm in 2 plays at the bell right here. Now, if you guys saw my video yesterday on Soli, I cracked the books and opened up a little bit for you guys on that front side core strategy. Basically, any type of strength, I have a scaling system. Shout out to Elliot, put together a gnarly scale, one of his first professional scales, in my opinion. It was on CEI. He came out with like a 352 average on that last bit of strength, and risking 365, 13% risk, 90% sized in, and overall 3.48 risk to reward ratio. Now, I remember all that because we go over our trades when we're done, right? Once we click the buttons and we put the profit in the bank, then the learning begins. Now, here I am scaling into a position, 7, 12, 15%, right? Now I'm at 36%, 42%. Now I'm at 60, 70%. And as you can see, once I get to like 60, 70% of the scale, I'm going to turn off the juice. I want to wait. Now I need some confirmation. Now, this scale right here had a 75% hard stop at pre-market highs at 188, probably 192. I probably had it set at, and a 25% position stop, trader discretion. That gives me control. I'm guns hot on that. Now, eventually down the road, it's going to be 50-50, 80-20, and then pretty soon I'm just going to be in full control. But right now, it's 75-25. And then I'm waiting for confirmation. This little flush right here really excites me. Now at this point, this was an emotional squeeze too. Some guys in the room tripped up on this. Not everybody, but these guys were printing a lot of. I have multiple tapes. I got eyes on this. They have 100 and 200 prints going off like crazy. Now when I see this type of volume, let's just look at the volume. Some guys were asking about some order flow dynamic lessons and stuff like that. So when we're seeing candles, 824,000, 766,000, 500,000, 400,000, 1 minute candles, the majority of those shares should not be 100 and 200 prints. Now that's a lot of volume. That's a high baseline volume, but it's a falsification of speed, and it's an emotionally driven attempt to trip up traders. So it's a little difficult to explain, but this was an emotional and a technical manipulation masterpiece. They got me to stop sizing in. They got some guys in the room to trip up a little bit on this consolidation. It was good. I mean, look at the move on this. Now, everyone knows that this thing is garbage and it's just going to crack down back home. We know that it has a delisting regulation. We put that in the room. Then they're going to try to close at $1. But in order for them to take their money and put it here and, to sell here and to buy at $1, they have to shake everybody out. And I know I'm talking a good amount of time on this, but really, guys, study the tape. The truth is in the tape, right? I think I said today, like the tape, like it whispers in my ear and it tells me buy or sell. Like it's a feeling. The tape is a living entity. It breathes. It shits. It's an amazing thing. It's the heartbeat of the stock market. If you guys aren't sitting down and watching it, pay attention, please. I don't know what else to say. We'll continue to get into that. Now I'm starting to get some conviction in the tape. The orders are getting smaller. Look at this diminishing volume, right? Now I've reported that we had 20% volume or an 80% diminishing volume, baseline volume, right? So the baseline volume from the first 10, 15 minutes, I believe, just at a quick glance, we had an 80% reduction in baseline volume. Baseline volume meaning the 3 or 4 or 5 minute to 10 minute candle average, right? So now when demand fades and this thing is extended, it's lights out, and that's what happened. And I was starting to pick up on the diminishing volume, and not only that, but more selling coming in. I'm watching the mid-sized tape. When the mid-sized tape, 2,500K and above prints, starts lighting up, that is an indicator, right? That's a leading indicator. That's a pro tip, baby. Now, flush. Now we flush right into the halt. 5 minutes, we're just chilling, we're relaxing. I already have these targets set out. I don't change nothing. I'm not changing targets. I'm not changing anything. I'm not taking profit before my targets. I'm happy to see the halt. Targets are still set. Profit, profit, profit. Now I'm sized in pretty good. Getting some partial fills right there. Odd fills, taking 500. So I took about 1,500 shares off, and now I'm looking to add back. I'm scaling into resistance here. Now, this resistance, a lot of volume up here, right? A lot of resistance, especially a majority of this volume up here was buying volume. That's uptick volume. Uptick volume is resistance from above. So I'm trying to scale into that 150. We don't get all the way up. I get some decent size in, and then we flush. And I know I spent a lot of time on this consolidation, but this is important. Then we flush. Now, I don't take profit here at micro support. This is a good place. We have micro support here. We have a consolidation that we're sitting on top of here, right? A lot of people did. This is a textbook place to trim. And I can tell that a decent amount of traders did trim because look how weak these next pushes are. These guys got out here and they're thinking, man, I want it back in. I want to put it back in. Look at these wicks, right? Now, these wicks and those prints, right? Look at all this red down here on this volume. Really getting into details on this one. Look at the majority of the downtick volume. So this lets me know, because I have a second opportunity to trim here or even possibly trim here. I do not because of the rhythm. I'm in the rhythm. And and then we just get a nice flush. Now I do set targets based off of this lower consolidation, and I'm sized in legit in this. So when I'm sized in above a certain share size, I take my targets and I stagger them. I stagger the targets 50-50, and I'll separate them 3-4 cents. Usually 3 cents, sometimes 2 cents, but this was a 3 cent separation. 114. Was it? 117 and 115. So that was a 2 cent separation. And then this right here, this was the low tick, 93 cents. 2 times 93. We'll take that bottom tick, right? So I'm working. I don't have my averages on this chart. 148.6 average. Take a profit sub $1. We'll take that, and we're recycling. Some of the shares from the upper consolidations came down again. That's core trading. That's cheddar in the bank. We're taking profit end of day. Now this thing kind of went sideways. I did have ads up here. I'm not going to chase this because it's already so low. I'm not going to chase a 90-cent stock into $1 resistance or chase a 116 into a dollar resistance, knowing that they have NASDAQ compliance regulatory filings out that were just released. So the stock is not behaving correctly, and I just start to exit the position. And at this point, my stop was triggered at 106. We have a lot of shorts covering here, and they did want to close above $1 to begin that compliance. Those are the two main trades. We also have MLNT. Now every single day I'm taking profit on this thing. I have like a 6-12 average right here. I have a 6-1-2-7-7 average. I'm taking profit at 427. This is one of the largest, easiest trades I ever did. This gives me the confidence when I'm taking this type of profit. I took profit yesterday. I took profit the day before. That's just it just gives me confidence to continue to run my game, my system. So that's all the trades we had today. We didn't get into PEEK. PEEK was I think it was like it pushed up to like $9. CEI. Let's just pull this up real quick because this was a nice runner. Dead cat bounce off of that frontside push a couple days ago, or just that push up to $9 right here. I still have targets out on it. Still have targets. I was looking to add right here 570s, add more into this this consolidation. I did not. And I think they were shaking out shorts from $4 yesterday. We had a nice little bit of volume here at 4. And then we also down here, a little squeeze, came back. But I try to zoom out a little bit. I try to distract or subtract the noise and think like the next. I try to level up on my thinking, if that makes any sense. And it's starting to work. We're still in the game, and we're getting better every single day. So here we are. We're at 18 minutes. Have a great weekend, guys. I'm really, really happy with the talent that we have in the room. Shout out to one of the guys posting a 5-digit day today, and then coming back and we're talking about the errors that he made, because we want to improve, right? Even on our best days, we just have to search harder for ways to improve, right? We learn from our mistakes, and then hopefully we get so good that we have to use magnifying glasses to find our mistakes, if that makes sense to you, because I'm already thinking ahead. That's where I want to be. Let's go to the runners. These are going to be in play, potentially in play. We're going to go over these fundamentally over the weekend. FTNW. I don't have too much information on this stock. I believe it was a low volume push. Not sure. VVPR. Some guys in the room nailed it. Congratulations. We had guys taking profit at 171. Man, these guys are good in the room. It's just so it's just refreshing to be able to compare theses, to look at filings, to talk about order flow. It's just, man, I'm getting better every day. Hook. We had some guys in the room going long. We had some guys in the room going short. PECK. That's what it was. We had this nice leg up. This stock is extended. Then we finally snap. We finally snap, and I had orders out at 850, and I just didn't get filled. MDGS, we went over that one. And also, too, that was an SSR play. We still crushed it. SGBX, nice little squeeze right there. We got a supply zone right here. See if we can get back up into that zone because we'll hit it again. And CEI, still could be some push coming from CEI. Day one, CEI, order flow manipulation, difficulty was 8.5 to 8. And then today, it's just toned down to about a 6 or 6.5. So it's going to flatten out. And I've said CEI needs to go back home to $1.60. You just have to time it out right. That's my opinion. This is all speculatory information. Hey, guys, you have a great weekend. Thanks for your ear. Shout out to all the guys in Wolf Discord, man. It was a level up day. Let's study this weekend, and we'll see you next time. Take care.